right, everybody, I'm going to call it back to order now.
If you need it, you could have my 5 minutes still, just in case.
Good move.
Excuse me.
I'm going to call this meeting back to order now. If everyone can please take your seat. Where was this a few minutes ago? This is wonderful. Again, we're going to do this in an orderly fashion. Our first speaker has the floor. We're going to keep it short and sweet, about 10 minutes.
I'll keep it under 10.
Good. All righty. Thank you. And if everyone who does speak, just announce your name and where you're from. Thank you.
Yielded on many.
For clarification, my name is Ronald Yonaguska Holloway, and I have the privilege of serving as a councilman for the New Jersey Sandhill Band of Cherokee and Lenape Indians. And I'd like to thank the Commission for inviting us down here to speak today. I'm most grateful for our Creator for His grace and protective hand upon our ancestors whose sacrifices have ensured our survival through thousands of years of history, which allows us to be here today. We are here to present some background information regarding the illustrious history of our great peoples, so that the Commission, as well as those in attendance, can better understand the great contributions that the Sandhill Band of Indians have made to Lenape, which, if you're not familiar with that, that is the land of the Lenape, what is called today the great state of New Jersey. So for those that are in Lenape that are Lenape, you should be very, very proud of your heritage. Now, as you know, the history of New Jersey, in particular the Sandhill Band of Indians, is a long one, and it predates the arrival of the Europeans. The tribe, the large tribe, is comprised of 14 different families. And as early as the 1700s, the Sandhill Band of Indians and their descendants have been involved in many things, one of which is a fantastic court case from 1796 where our ancestors were challenging the rights of taxation upon their lands. Eventually, it ended up before the United States Supreme Court in the case State of New Jersey versus Wright, 117 U.S. 648. Now, shortly after the ruling in that case, on February 21st, 1900 to be exact, Sarah Holloway, a member of one of the original 14 families that I talked about that comprise all of the Sandhill people. It's 14 families. It's very important to remember that. Sarah Holloway was born on February 21st of that year, 1900. And she was born in the old Sandhill Indian community. She was documented as having descent from the Ketua. Everybody's familiar with Ketua, okay. Okay. She was documented as having descendants from the Ketua bird clan. Her genealogy, as a duly registered and recognized original enrollee of the Sandhill Band of Lenape and Cherokee Indians, is on record. In 1930, Romina Ali, who was Sarah Holloway's daughter, was born in... Did somebody...
You said Rowena, was that the name?
Yes, Romina. She was born in Paterson, New Jersey, and her documentation is also duly recorded as being of the Sandhill Band of Lenape and Cherokee Indians. Now, by mid-century, the Sandhill Band of Lenape and Cherokee Indians is being led by Ryers Crummell. Everybody knows who Ryers is. Okay. And his tribal council, which includes, of all people, James Reevy. Everybody knows who James Reevy is. If you don't, he's Lone Bear. There's about that much information written on him in the history books. So he's with Ryers at that time. And they are documenting a still growing tribe through the birth of children to existing tribal members. One of these children, who was born on January 29th, 1950, is with us today. His name is Samuel W. Beeler, Jr. Now, in 1953, Chief Reevy succeeded Chief Crummell because he went west. And from that point forward, Chief Lone Bear continued to preside over the Sandhill Band of Indians. And he did so until 1998, when he went west as well. He also developed, started, and expanded upon the New Jersey Indian Office. Everybody's familiar with the New Jersey Indian Office. After Chief Reevy passed, the next appointed and elected individual to lead the New Jersey Sandhill Band of Lenape and Cherokee Indians was Chief Sam Beeler, the very Sam Beeler that's here with us today and that will speak a little bit later. And Dr. Beeler held this position until 2008 when our sitting chief, Dr. Carol Medicine Crow Holloway, was installed. Now the facts that we've discussed here today that we're elaborating on are in this packet right here. I'm not going to go through each of them. There's wonderful pictures of Claire Garland with Sam together. I've been to the picnic and barbecue down south. The point is, there is one and only one tribal government that has followed the chain from the time of the Cherokee migration and the intermarriage with the Delaware people that created the Sandhill Band of Indians. One people, 14 families, Beelers, Holloways, Reeves, Richardsons, Dickerson. The list is 14 long. And we have more packets for other people that are here. It's being provided to the media and the press, and a full packet is being provided to the commission. For time's sake, I think that packet would probably take about 10 or 15 minutes to go through by itself. But what we want to really address is that the Sandhill Band of Lenape and Cherokee Indians are the only bona fide certified descendants of the REWRITTEN Lenape that are indigenous to this state. Other tribes have moved in, they've married in, but it is the New Jersey Sandhill Band of Lenape and Cherokee Indians with one continuous government that has existed since our band was formed, carried all the way through all the chiefs that we've enumerated, and exists to this day. How am I on time?
Good, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, excuse me.
Left? Okay. And we do things, my grammar is slipping because I'm abbreviating. Our tribe, whether it be in the northern or southern part of the state, is comprised of these 14 families. We continue to be a vibrant, active, and growing member in all the communities where we live. We're involved in outreach programs, cultural and awareness events. We also continue to work closely with our cousin tribes, such as the Anishinaabeg Onisalaji Northeastern Band, to further the benefit of Indians in the state. And that is what this is about. It's not about I'm a Reevy, I'm a Richardson, I'm a Holloway, I'm a Beeler. It's about the Sandhill Band of Indians, the relatives, the descendants of the original indigenous people, the REWRITTEN Lenape. Our descendants and who we come from are the people of the land, Lenapehoking, the land of the Lenape, what everybody refers to today as the great state of New Jersey. Now, we have probably 15 cases worth of documentation. I'm talking about just 3 die-carry trunks. I've given the commission and everybody here just the stuff to show the connection between the chiefs, the history of the migration, those type of things. Pictures of all of us at the barbecue down south in Neptune. And what we'd like to say is thank you very much for inviting us here. I know there was a snafu. I'd like to go on record and say that we would like to come back to the next commission meeting and further expand upon this. I'd like to thank you for your time, and I'd like everybody to remember, if you are a Sandhill, you are the bona fide, certified descendants of the REWRITTEN Lenape, and that is something to hold your head up high about, not to bicker about. One tribe, one people, one government, everybody moves forward. Nobody else can claim descendants from the Rarittans. Be proud. I yield.
Oh. Well, those.
Hey, Sio.
So,
I'm here at the request of Dr. Holloway, Chairman-in-Chief of the Sandhill Band of Indians, and his counsel, Ron Holloway. I'm honored to attend this meeting today, September 17th, at 10 a.m. in Trenton, of the New Jersey Commission on American Indian Affairs. I would respectfully request to address the minutes of the Commission dated November 28, 2007, in which the question was asked if anyone knew Sam Beeler, to quote, Autumn Wind Scott. I was born and raised in Lenapehoking homelands, the grandson of an original enrollee of the 14-plus families now known and accepted as the Sandhill Band of Indians of Monmouth County, where my grandmother was born, in Monmouth County. In the 1950s, our family became Sandhill Indian members of the Indian League of the Americas at the encouragement of Leon Miller, the founding member and an Oklahoma Cherokee Indian. In the 1960s, our family, with other certified enrolled Sandhill Indian tribal members, attended numerous ceremonials, stomps, gatherings at both the Brotherton Indian Reservation in Chemung Township in Burlington County and in Monmouth County, New Jersey proper. In the 1970s, I founded and incorporated the New Jersey American Indian Center in Hillside at the urging of James Reevy of the New Jersey Indian Office in Orange. I worked extensively with the community then known as Moors in Cumberland County, New Jersey, to organize the county as a tribal entity. You may speak to Chief Mark Gould, who I encouraged to move back to New Jersey from Maryland to lead his community to later become known as the Nanticoke Lenni Lenape Indians. My former neighbors, Betty and Ray Jackson, as well as a personal friend, Lorraine Pierce, can vouch for my time in Cumberland County when I was living on Cohansey Creek in Greenwich, New Jersey. Ray and Betty Jackson were my neighbors at that time. I then began to work with my cousins and other community members of the Ramapo Mountains in Ringwood, with Pooch Van Dunk, and Mawel with Otto Mann, Jack Tiger, Joyce O'Glennis, and others. And in Hillburn, New York, with Bob DeFries, Dickie DePrizio, and Mac Van Dunk, and Tony Dennison, to name a few. I contacted Dr. Everett Geddes, then superintendent of Mawa schools. You have to remember, this is around 1970, 71 at that particular time. Dr. Everett Geddes was the superintendent of Mawa School District, and I convinced him it would be to his advantage to classify and register members, community members in the Ramapo Mountains as American Indians. Joyce O'Glennis, Sumidor DeFries, Kathy Mann, Pat Mann, and others can attest to this fact, as I worked tirelessly to organize the community as a tribal entity. Additionally, I was the first funding source for the Native American Cultural Center, then located in Morristown, New Jersey, directly funding Elroy Johnson, his brother Ringo, and others. I know this to be a fact as administrator of all, and I quote, all funding earmarked for Native American Indians in the state of New Jersey in the 1970s. One only need to check with Bill Mate of the Department of Labor and other government officials, as well as people who were certified tribal members at that time. My grandmother, my mother, and I were certified by James Reevy, Chairman-in-Chief of the Sandhill, Delaware, and Cherokee Indians, and New Jersey Indian Office as legal and bona fide members of the Sandhill, Delaware, and Cherokee Indians of New Jersey. I was elected Chairman-in-Chief on January 8, 1998, and appointed by then Chairman-Chief James Reevy himself, a Sandhill, Delaware, and Cherokee Indian, whose mother was born in Schooley's Mountain, Morris County, New Jersey, and was of Lenape descent. I have been Chairman-in-Chief of the Sandhill Band of Delaware and Cherokee Indians from 1998 to January of 2008, when Dr. Holloway was elected and approved by the certified members of the Tribal Council and tribal membership. It should be noted that only certified and registered Sandhill, Delaware, and Cherokee Indians can represent the Sandhill Indians in any official capacity. The New Jersey Sandhill Band of Delaware and Cherokee Indians are an incorporated tribal entity entitled to all rights and privileges as an indigenous tribal government of Lenapehoking. In closing, I say Wanishi and Wado in the languages of my people to the Commission for allowing me to introduce myself. I would be happy to answer any questions at this time. And I thank the Commission. This is something that Helen Rendy and myself and others only could dream about in the 70s. Helen Rendy was on my board for a number of years at the New Jersey American Indian Center, along with John Eliezer, also known as Running Deer. So my heart is full of joy to see this commission, and thank you for your time.
Wado.